bloodlines of the Illuminati. I am doing 13 families reading for where and what they are going through, or what they're thinking, or what they're dealing with, or what's going on with the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati family. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, where do we want to start? Something is telling me start with Rosengarten's Terror of the Nine Paths. Now, there are 9 fraternities that are directly attached, and 9 black royal families, or that protect the Illuminati family. So we'll start with the Terror of the Nine Paths. Give us insight and clairvoyance about the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati: the Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Rockefeller bloodline, the Rothschild bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Duyn bloodline, and the Merovingian Merovingian bloodline. Starting at the table, first we have the Astor bloodline. Integration. The Bundy bloodline. Interbeing. The Collins bloodline. Wisdom. The DuPont bloodline. Renewal. The Freeman bloodline. Flow. The Kennedy bloodline. Essence. The Lee bloodline. Upheaval. The Onassis bloodline. Eternity. 4 elements. The Rockefeller bloodline. Wholeness. The ring. The Rothschild bloodline. Initiation. The Russell bloodline. Separation. The Van Duyn bloodline. Challenge. And the Merovingian bloodline. Consciousness. So with the Astor bloodline, we have integration, or the world card, the universe, cosmos, mandala, the dance of life, bringing spirit into the material world. Animus Mundi, global awareness, end of original matrix, perfection. Fragmentation, disorientation, isolation, or inner world. Self-realization, the spiritual dance. Spectrum, wholeness, universality, participation, celebration, Saturn. With the bloodline, we've got the Great Web, the interwoven nature of all existence, the law of resonance, deep ecology, hermetic correspondence, worldwide web, the veil, the gateless gate, superstring, interdependency, inner being. Buddhist doctrine of mutual co-arising, related to Hindu Maya, the weaver of appearances in the cosmic web of illusion, fabric of space-time, the drum, spiders. Also, Indra's net, the vast net extending throughout space, where at each crossing point a radiant jewel reflects all others ad infinitum. Disconnect, diminishment, the snare or compassion for all beings, cosmic sympathy, citizenship of the worlds, spectrum, interdependency, mutual co-arising, resonance, interbeing, descending node. With the Collins bloodline, we had Wisdom, the Hermit. Wisdom seeker, spiritual journey, fiercely independent and determined. Archetype of the wise old man, cares little for outside approval, values aloneness, seeks his own salvation with diligence. Life purpose, path of individuation, introspection, and self-containment. Strong sense of self, isolation, paranoia, antisocial, or deep tenacity. Spectrum, wisdom, individuation, soul, Virgo. The DuPont bloodline, we got renewal, the well, replenishment, healing waters of salvation, sublime aspirations, the silver cord, attaching man to the center, rebirth, nourishment, refueling, medicinal rites, baptism, purification, resurrection, related to the lake as with fishing, symbolic or drawing out and upwards the numinous contents of the deeps, divination, mystic contemplation, sterility, the barren, resistance, addiction, disease, ghostly realms, wasteland, death by drowning, purgatory or else, catharsis, wishing well, meditative cleansing, spectrum, rebirth, purification, healing, renewal, Uranus. So, let's see here. With the Freeman bloodline, we got the river or flow. And when I go through the lexicon here, it doesn't have, it goes from 22, the well, to 24. So 23, the river, is not in the lexicon. Interesting, right? All the other cards are, except for quaternity. But this is the only place I found the river flowing. So it talks about here, you cannot step into the same river twice, as the Greek mystic philosopher Heraclitus observed, adding, for fresh waters are ever flowing in upon you. Water indeed is the essence of life, and the perfect natural symbol for navigating the oracle. When still, it is like a mirror. When moving, it fills the lowest levels. The river card finalizes the fifth path of peace, spiritual synergy flow, such as envisioned by the Taoist sage Lao Tzu. The highest good is like water, for it nourishes everything without striving. And planet Neptune. And with the Kennedy bloodline, we had Essence, the star, emergence into the light, being, guiding light, transmission, as above, so below, hope, self-esteem, becoming a star, celebrity, natural intelligence, purification, healing, stage fright, decline in status, or else inner healing, guru yoga, spectrum, luminosity, inspiration, emergence, essence, Aquarius. The Lee family had tower upheaval, radical and immediate change, sudden awakening, attack from outside, crumbling within, time to abandon ship, ivory tower, collapsing from decay, war, terrorism, seeking safe harbor with laser intensity, shake-up of core values, corruption, self-imprisonment, or inner breakthrough, spectrum, destruction, upheaval, evacuation, liberation, Mars. And the Onassis family here got quaternity, and the only thing I found was right here, and it's the doctrine of the elements, i.e. fire, water, air, and earth, to account for ordinary surface reality and the experiential sensations of the natural world. All things derivative, and which can be further reduced into opposites, polarities, and quaternities, i.e. systems, are found in this card. The card is reminiscent of T.S. Eliot's immortal poem, The Four Quartets, 1944, and its sanguine reminder to all spiritual travelers. When we get to the end of our seeking, we will find out where we've always been and know it for the first time. Includes all fourfold structures, i.e. the four directions, seasons, natural forces, levels of the intermediate territory, personality types, terror suits and courts, Kabbalistic worlds, noble truths, yugas, and so forth. Then we have the Rockefeller family. They got the ring, wholeness, conjunctions, cosmic union, resonance, the round, eternality, higher partnership, Ouroboros, snake biting its own tail, symbolizing self in its totality, also tied to the remaining link of the chain. Light radiated from the ring symbolizes eternal wisdom and transcendental illumination. The Tolkien trilogy. The One Ring is made of simple gold but impervious to damage. Powerless, incompletion, infidelity, secret society, or else inner pact, archetypical self, spectrum, universal love, compassion, wholeness, Pluto. The Rothschild got the dragon, initiation, the primordial enemy with whom combat is the supreme test. Things animal, adversarial, instinctive, perhaps evil, something terrible to overcome, collective shadow, evil, the way through all things. He who conquers the dragon is a hero, meeting the shadow, initiatory test, slaying the monster, associated with plague, sickness, giants, ogres, end times, specter of 2012, through the gates, crossing over, come not between the dragon and his wrath, Shakespeare. Inner demons, wrathful deities, bullies, curses, disease, or else encountered with the archetypical shadow, final rites of passage, spectrum, collective fear, the precipice, initiation. The Russell bloodline, devil, separation, bondage and duality, deception and delusion, humor and mirth, the shadow side, chaos and demons, not Christian devil, but associated with Pan, Greek god of merriment and sensuality, living it up, sensuality, intoxication, consciously courting the senses, shadow projections, the power shadow, evil or shadow work, black humor, the left hand pass, spectrum, separation, opposition, deception, delusion, Capricorn. The Van Duyn bloodline. Got the Chariot, challenge, taking charge, action, challenge, change, and variety. Victory over obstacles, master of language and communication, political power, speaks to masses, great expanse, triumphal nature, ruthlessness and aggression, or inner journey. Spectrum, attainment, action, pursuit, challenge, Cancer. And the Merovingian bloodline, the sun, consciousness, daylight, the rational and visible, radiance, power, energy, the yang, teamwork and partnership, activity, vibrancy, creativity, play, healing, masculinity, heroism, egotism, burnout, or inner healing, and fire yoga. Spectrum, consciousness, energy, activity, awareness, the father. Obviously, sun. Dark Grimoire Tarot, give us clarification on each of the cards for each of the families of the Illuminati bloodlines, starting with the Astro bloodline. The High Priestess. The Bundy bloodline. Three of Pentacles. The Collins bloodline. King of Chalices. The DuPont bloodline. The Chariot. The Freeman bloodline. Knave of Pentacles. The Kennedy bloodline. The Stars. The Lee bloodline. Four of Chalices. The Onassis bloodline. Judgment. The Rockefeller bloodline. The Wheel. The Rothschild bloodline. Six of Swords. The Russell bloodline. Five of Pentacles. The Van Duyn bloodline. Three of Wands. The Merovingian bloodline. The Moon. The astral bloodline. We have the world integration and the high priestess. High priestess says the wise woman holds the nocturnal knowledge of the world of dreams and jealously guards the book of incantations. Every waterway sustains witches who float even in bound. See what's going on there with the Astor bloodline? Shiva. Bundy bloodline. The Great Web, which is the dark web or internet, but you know, Three of Pentacles. The more falls open to natural magic, to creativity, to union. Shadows. Element of earth, corresponding to our own physical center. The body, its needs, the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadow grows attachments of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects they possess. The Collins bloodline. The Hermit, wisdom, king of chalices. The king, control of dreams. Full possession of the resources relating to dreams. Emotions and the element of water corresponding to their own emotional center, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes when we are moved. The DuPont bloodline. The well. Renewal. The chariot. Far from the concentric shells of Azathoth and from the world of dreams, the beyond awaits the chariot of the irrational one, where pure creativity can generate the fantasy of the immaterial spirit or the madness of the eternal nightmare. The charioteer whips the two horses with glowing ember eyes while transporting the remains of material bodies. The Freeman bloodline. The river flow, knave of pentacles. Presage of the onset of a transformation, the secret learning of the hidden knowledge of the pyramids. Shadows and the element of earth, corresponding to our own physical center of the body, its needs, and the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadows grow attachments of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects they possess. The Kennedy bloodline had star, essence, and then the stars. So, double star. The demons that came from distant spaces are imprisoned by the energy of the perfect alignment of the stars. The evil stellar progeny has been defeated by the propitious astral conjunction. Psychic warfare. The Lee bloodline. The Tower upheaval, four chalices. A level of comprehension is reached and consolidated stability, fulfillment with dreams. Element of water. Corresponding to their own emotional center, joys and pains. Dreams are delicate and are held in the heart like wine in a chalice. Dreams sometimes well and overflow like tears in our eyes. We are moved. Think of China and what they're going through. The Onassis bloodline with quaternity and judgment. The great old ones need man and make themselves known in their dreams by calling low. The monolith rises between the rainbows that recall the pact between man and his soul. The Rockefeller bloodline. The ring, wholeness, the wheel. In the northern wood, ancient Hermes guide the servitors of Cthulhu to the clearing where they find the gaping well of the Shaggot. The depths of the well open towards the abyss, and the servitors evoke the creature who has lived for ages in that pit. Man observes this ritual and the thing at the threshold. This is that place with the wooden owl in the forest in California. Think of that. See this dude peering in? Think of Alex Jones, his movie documentary he made about the secret society there. The Rothschild bloodline had the dragon initiation and 6 of swords with the dragon flying. Analysis of situation and reflection are necessary before deciding. Demons, through thoughts and the element of air, correspond to our own intellectual center. With the mind and its potential, if thoughts escape our control, they can become obsessions taking the form of demons that enslave their mind. The Russell bloodline, 5 of Pentacles, the devil, separation. There is the opportunity to move on to a higher level of consciousness, but there is also uncertainty and difficulty in abandoning personal convictions. See the alcohol bottle? Addiction. Shadows. Element of earth corresponding to our own physical center, the body, its needs, and the material that surrounds it. Amidst the shadow grow attachments of men who identify themselves with their body and with the objects they possess. The Van Duyn bloodline. They have the chariot, which correlates with the DuPont bloodline, so I have assumed they're in connection with some way. Challenge. 3 of Wands. The Grimoire falls open to natural magic, to creativity, to union. Lights, creativity, element of fire, corresponding to our own creative center, together with sexuality. The lights defeat the darkness and despair spheres, releasing a vibrant creativity. So, sexual rituals, sex magic, having sex in coffins. And the Merovingian with their sun, consciousness, and the moon. The full moon reflects on the ocean of the unconscious. The nocturnal light unveils from shadows where monsters lurk, ready to reawaken and ambush the mind. So, no matter how much they think they can escape their demons, even the leader of the families, the head of the table, the top of the pyramid, we got they think they're still in control, but they're not. If you look at this big picture here, some of these families are working together, some of these are not. They're independent. Some are don't give a fuck and they're out for their own, which is probably quite like 3 or 4 of the families. You know, I'm seeing like a third of them are assisting with what they would call the alliance, but that's because they want to be the ones that are end up at the top of the table, maybe redo a whole new Illuminati family thing, get new names and stuff going on. Another third are with the New World Order or the Cabal or whatever you want to call it, and then another third are in the middle and don't really care either way, and they'll be with whoever wins, playing both sides. And then you have the head of the table who's going nuts and crazy from it all. And he's like at a pivotal point of not having any control or any power over anyone. Or the family, not he. The family has no. They're more of the target than they are the head of the table. Everybody wants this place. That's not in this place. So you can see that they're having a war with themselves. And for all these, like, oh, the Alliance, trust me, the Alliance has got corruption in it too. Everything has corruption in it except for in your home, mastering yourself. Not trying to help master the world in some way. Because guess what? Freedom is the ultimate final law of everything. Sorry to tell you that. Freedom is supreme. And for all of you who are like, you don't have the right, you don't have, hate speech is not free speech and all that. I'm like, can't take a joke? No, they can't. Can't learn from history? No, you can't. But whatever. You wanna control people and tell them they can't do this, can't do that, because it does this and does that, or whatever your excuses are. Sorry, freedom is number one. In control of the matrix, as you would say, or the quantum physics. But anyways, there you go. There's your family, Illuminati family reading. If you want more of this, pay me lots of money. Or wait 6 months.